Hello everyone, welcome back to the editorial of Code Forces round number 670 division 2 problem C link cut centroids. So this problem is pretty easy, but on the first view it looks a little tough. So I will explain it to you slowly and in the most easiest way so you can understand it very good. Okay, so there is a backstory, like there is a fishing prince who loves trees and he loves trees with only one friend, right? So the tree is a connected graph without cycles. It's the definition of a tree. So what is the centroid of the tree? So let me explain to you what is the centroid of a tree. So let us remove this. Okay. So suppose we have a tree. Let us take the example itself. 1, 3, 2, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 3, 2, 4, 5. So the centroid of the tree is basically a vertex, in this case 2, such that the length of the maximum number of connected components in any subsegment is less than n by 2. Okay, or it is the smallest possible. It's the same thing. You can verify this. There are many good resources for you learning centroid of trees, but I will explain to you in brief here as it is required for this question. Okay, so as there is a property that there can be only one or two centroids of a tree. There is at least one and there can be two centroids of a tree. This is a property which you can prove easily. If you want, you can leave it in the comments and I will create a video solely for the purpose of explaining trees, their properties and including algorithms for finding centroids. Okay, so next we move on. So for this the prerequisite is just you know what is a centroid and how do you find it, and this very important property. Okay, so suppose you found the centroid of the tree. Okay, so this is the centroid of the tree. There are various subtrees. These are the various subtrees. So you remove this and the subsegment has less than n by 2 connected components. Then you are done. So what is the output answer in this case? Just 1, that is the value of the centroid or whatever it is, a centroid, and it is connected to any path. So a centroid path, and just add that vertex again, a centroid path, because you don't need to change anything because the centroid is unique. But let us take the case when there are two centroids. Okay, so there are two centroids and there is another property that if there are two centroids of a tree, then the two centroids are always connected. I can prove all these properties for you, but it would be a little time consuming, so I'm constraining on that. If you want me to prove or explain anything, just leave them down in the comments and I will surely make a video on that. Okay, so these are the trees. Basically anything can be there, just less than n by 2 when you remove any of those. Okay, you aren't concerned about any of the structure once you have found these two vertices. Now what's your task? Your task is to make one only unique centroid, right? So what do you do is, so you remove one vertex from here. Suppose this you remove and you add it here. Okay, so what happens is one of the components from this transfers to this. So now if you remove this, there will be one more component here, but if you remove this, then the maximum possible connected number of components will remain the same. So you're basically discarding this as a centroid by transferring this from here. I guess you got the point. So let us move on to the explanation of the code. If you have any doubt, this is a pretty tricky problem in case you don't know about trees and all and centroids. So if you have any problem, you can contact me in the comment section. So let me explain you to the code and its working and how to find centroids basically. Okay, so here is a code. So we first take the number of test cases, then we take the number of vertices in the tree, then we create a paths of n. Basically it is a vector of vector. You can create an array of vectors, but vector of vectors is the same thing. Then we input the n minus 1 paths and then push back in the tree. This is just a create tree method, normal create tree method. You may have done many things about this. Is just done like, okay, let me explain to you in a simple way. Suppose there is a vertex 1 in this tree. So paths of 1 will store the values with which 1 is connected. So suppose 1 is connected to 2, then paths of 1 will have 2. Suppose 1 is connected to 2 and 3, then paths of 1 will have both 2 and 3. Okay, then we create a vector int of centroids and call the centroid paths function, which give us the vectors of the centroids. So let us explore the centroid function. What is the centroid function? It takes in a paths vector as reference. N is the g dot size. So basically it finds out how many vertices. Vector int of centroid stores the value of the centroid where it is. Then there is a size of n, which stores basically the size of the subtrees of this vertex. Basically this vertex and all of it remove. Then it stores the number of connected components. Okay, so this is a lambda function in C++. If you know how to use it, it's quite simple. We just declare a lambda function dfs, which takes u and a parent or previous. We declare size of u is 1 because this vertex is there. Then we set bool of is centroid to true, that means we consider this to be centroid. Then we do a dfs on this, and in every we increment this size of u to size of u plus size of v, which is size of v is the size of the subtree rooted at v. Okay, and u contains all these subtrees, so u size of u is basically size of all the subtrees of it plus 1. And if size of v is greater than n by 2, that means if any of the components of u has greater than n by 2 size, then this is not a centroid. And if n minus size of u is greater than n by 2, then also it is not a centroid, because the other connected component will have more than n by 2 components in it. And if this is still a centroid, then we push it back. Then this value u, we push it back in centroid, and then we finally return a centroid. We call this lambda function with the tree rooted at 0, and this is minus 1. Okay, as the input was given in one base form, right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 n, I converted into minus 1 form, right, 0 to n minus 1. It doesn't matter, you can use it anyhow. So I guess this is all. Next we just use the centroids. If this size is 1, then we just remove an edge and add the same edge back. And if this is not 1, then what do? Then we remove an edge connected to centroids of 0 and add it to centroids of 1. We just need to take care of one thing, that this edge that we remove and add isn't the edge that connects centroid 0 to centroid 1, because if this was the case, then we would be adding a loop, that is we are adding 1 1, which is not possible. So if this is the case, then we change it. So I guess you have got the point, and you can see it passes all the test cases easily. Now I will share you the code in the comment section. If you have any doubts, you can ask them in the comment section. Do like, share and subscribe my channel, and thank you for watching this video. Do come back for more fun. Thank you.